In today's video, we'll be covering how the 24-hour aid stations will be operating throughout race weekend. So taking your water from the aid stations, this year we will no longer be using these. After seeing the devastation that these things cause, just becoming a little bit more greener this year in every possible way we can, we will be asking every runner to be carrying either a suitable water bottle. This is a 500ml polar water bottle. We really like these a lot. Highly recommend them because they're double insulated, don't leak, they don't get moldy inside. Really fantastic bottle. I'll put the link in the description below where you can get these from. So either you carry a water container like this, some kind of water bottle, and where you'll be able to fill up from the 5 aid stations on the course, or of course the ultra runner's favorite, Camelback. You don't need a huge Camelback because of the 5 aid stations and because of the distance located between them, just a few kilometers. You don't need like a 3-litre Camelback or anything like that, just a 1.5 nice lightweight unit. This is my one here. It's a 1.5 size, 1.5 litre size, and it just fits me perfectly for this race. Nice and light. You don't need to carry such a huge amount of water. So please remember, you need to have some kind of water container and have it full when you arrive at the race start line area, which is just behind me here. When you get to the base camp on Saturday morning, May 26th, please have your water bottle full, or your Camelback. Make sure it is full before you get here. There is actually spring water taps behind me. There is mountain spring water taps. There's 2 of them located at base camp, so you can fill up from there if you need to. But we won't be handing out water or supplying the water from our 5 aid stations, of course, until the race is well underway and well started. So until you reach the first aid station at Reeds, which is 1.2 kilometers from here. So don't forget, please arrive on race morning with your water container full, and do have a water bottle with you, because we will not be handing out plastic bottles this year at all. There will just be a water pump dispensers at each aid station. Very fast action pump, so if you do need to refill your container, you'll be able to get that from the 5 aid stations around the course. Aid station number 1, base camp. This is where we are right now. Start finish line just behind me here. So this is the main aid station of the entire course. This is number 1 out of 5 that will be operating 24 hours, and we'll have food, water, tea and coffee self-service available here. And before you head off to the Reeds, which is your aid station number 2. Aid station number 2. This is a main aid station for the 10K race especially, and everybody else. Everyone's coming the same direction. So you've been coming down this path here behind me from start finish line. We're approximately 1.2 kilometers from the start line, and just behind me here, what we refer to as the Reeds aid station, because of the reeds and the riverbed just behind me. This is where aid station number 2 will be. Again, 24 hours, water, food, first aid volunteers supporting you throughout your lower part of the course. You'll be going off that path there behind me, taking you around. This is everybody, 10K, 21K, 50K, 107K on your first lap. Then you complete the lower section of the course and you come back on this path here. So you'll see that you'll be passing the 24-hour aid station behind me in a very short distance. I believe it's only about 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers around that lower loop there before you're back at this aid station. And then once you've completed that lower section, heading back up to the start finish line area for the 10K, that's your race done. 21K, 50K and 107K runners will be taking a slightly different route, which we'll explain in another video. That you'll be turning right, going to do the upper loop. Aid station number 3. This is what we call the upper loop, and you've just made your way up from this very steep hill from the Reeds, and there's Nicola and Eva marking the course today. So the station will be just positioned here behind me in the shade of this beautiful tree, and just check out that view. That view there is what is looking onto the lower loop. So you've just made your way up from there, up this very steep climb to aid station number 3. Here will be a 24-hour aid station with water, cold water, medical nurses, first aid, and food, and some other bits and pieces to keep you going to the next part of the course. And the next aid station will be what we refer to as 5 ways. Aid station number 4. So here we are at the famous 5 ways. We refer to this as 5 ways because it has 5 different paths that you could take. You'll be coming up from this path here, and your 24-hour aid station will just be by this tree here under the shade. This is 24 hours again with food, water, and first aiders. 24 hours, they'll be there taking your race numbers, checking on how you are and your condition, because from here you'll be going on to quite a steep part of the course. You'll be turning right down here, and that takes you to the highest part of the course, the very final point, the highest climb at Sanida, which is the church, which you may just be able to see in the camera at the very top there. It's an incredible church, very, very beautiful. So you turn right here after you've passed this aid station, go all the way up to the church at the top, and see what happens. You come down this path here, so you'll be coming back to this aid station. So only about 4 kilometers, I believe, this top section before you're back here. And again, you'll be able to use this facilities of the 24-hour aid station here before you go off down that path there, which takes you down back to the village. It's downhill all the way there. So once you've done this, you've pretty much done the entire loop, the 21 kilometers, the hardest part of it, because from there it's just a really nice downhill back to the start finish line. Aid station number 5. This is the final aid station before you head back down to base camp. You've now had an elevation gain of some 700 meters between the lowest part of the course and the highest part of the course. The incredible church of Sanida behind me, just there, really quite a magnificent church. So this is another 24-hour aid station, the final one on the course, as I say, and it'll be just positioned just here by this tree. So again, you'll have 2 nurses here, maybe some volunteers, additional food, water, and also there's something that might be useful to many of the runners enjoy, kind of just hosing themselves off. There is a mountain spring tap here which you could use, maybe just to cool yourself down if we get very hot race on May 26th. From here you'll be going down that path there beside the church there, and that takes you down to 5 ways again. So that's where we were saying earlier how you'll be passing the 5 ways 24-hour aid station twice in a very short distance, although you've had a very steep climb to get here. And if you just take a look down here, you can see the incredible view from the highest part of the course. It really is very, very special. And just check out that view, those mountains in the background. Really, really incredible. I hope the camera's doing it justice. Very, very steep hill descent down here. Heading down from the church back to 5 ways. You're only about 2.5 kilometers back to 5 ways from here, and it's all downhill, but just very, very steep. So watch yourself on race day when you're. And here we are back at base camp. You would have come down from 5 ways down the start finish straight here. You do need to stop at base camp just for a moment just to check in, so we get your lap time if you're doing the 50k and 107k. 21k, this is it, your race is done. Start finish line just behind me there. 24-hour aid station back here, food, water. This is the one place where you can get assistance from your family, friends, race crew that may be with you. Some runners in the background there having a nice time after they've just been training here on Sunday, and they're enjoying a picnic now. So this is the one place where you can receive assistance, outside assistance, and the only place on the course where you can have help from volunteers, support race crews. Everywhere else on the course you have to be independent, running the race yourself. Once you're back here, anything you want from your friends and family to help you can be provided for here. If you're doing the 50k and the 107k, after you've checked in, you will continue on down the road to do your next lap. So that's the 50k and 107k. 21k, of course, this is your race done. Start finish line there. Your race is over. Congratulations. So this is just a brief introduction to the aid stations and how they'll be operating through the course. They will be doing many more updates as we head towards race day, especially on the pre-race safety briefing. So I highly recommend either you tune into that, it'll be live broadcast on YouTube, or you attend the meeting, which we'll be announcing details about soon. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video so you get the next video update, and I'll see you on May 26th.